Hi, so good afternoon. This is Jorge Rojas. Today I will be giving a tutorial on pickleball. This is for Kinesiology 404 at Cal Baptist University. We have Javier. Say hi, Javier. Javier is in 8th grade at this time, so he's the target population that we're working with this session. So we're going to go ahead and get started. All right, Javier, so the first thing we're going to do some bounce down. So we're going to hit our ball, pickleball, with our racket. We're going to bounce it. We're going to try to find that sweet spot, okay, with our racket. And we're going to move slightly, and it's okay. We don't get it right every time. The idea behind this is to really look at the response of this ball to our paddle. All right, and then let's freeze it really quick. We weren't really focused, Javier, on the way we were gripping the paddle, but we do need to focus on this handshake grip. So how we handle this paddle definitely, tells us how successful we're going to be when we try to strike it. So let's do this, okay? Whenever we grab this paddle, we're going to act like we're about to get a handshake going, but then we're going to put the handle, okay, right in between our thumb, and our palm, and then we're just going to go up and down like we would handshake. There we go. So this is the right way to grab a paddle in pickleball. And we're going to train, okay, in this specific technique, okay, now some bounce ups. Okay, so we're going to use again the sweet spot of the paddle, and we can move a little bit, Javier. Okay, you can move. There you go. And just, find that timing, find the response on your paddle with that ball. Good. And now we have the accurate grip, this grip handshake that we're demonstrating. There we go, and let's freeze it up. So in pickleball, what we do, we have what's called a forehand strike, right? We also have what's called the backhand strike. So we're going to practice that with racket turnovers. So we're going to do some bounce ups, but every now and then we're going to turn our wrist, okay, and we're going to hit it with our backhand. Again, flip the wrist, okay, rotate it, and then go with the backhand on these little paddle turnovers. Okay, ready, set, and go on, Javier. Practice with me. And again, it's okay if we're not successful. We can reset by catching it. Okay, we go a few times, we turn around, and boop, we hit it with our backhand. And again, we just want to find that response. Okay, we want the right technique when we hold this paddle. Boop, as we bump it up. Good. Well done, Javier. So now that we got that underway, now we know how to, grip a paddle on this handshake, okay, position. But now our ready position, when we're about to receive a ball from you, Javier, I need to be ready. So my ready stance is on a nice flexed knees. My knees cover a little bit on my toes, okay? And again, my chest is nice and up, okay? My shoulders are relaxed, and I'm making this handshake happen. Thank you for demonstrating with me, Javier. Well done. So this is great. So I'm not too low. My waist is about in line with that net, okay, that we need to strike the ball over. And on top of that, what's going to happen is whenever you hit a ball up here, go on and serve me a ball, Javier, I take a small little step. And again, my swing goes in this manner. It goes close to the body. It goes right below the ball and then upwards away from my body. Again, close to my body, below the ball, upwards away from my body. So let's practice this. Again, I'm on nice stance, ready to roll. Okay, and then I take a step and boop, back out to you. Give me a service right about, there we go, to the side. There it is again. And it's nice and controlled. Go on. So this is what's called, okay, our forehand strike. Go on. Good. There we go. And again, what I want to get used to is getting this paddle up and below the ball. So let's have you practice as well, Javier. Good. Give me a ready position. You're flexed at the knees. Here we go. And it goes there. Well done. Good. Goes there. Well done. And one more. Good. Well done. Let me give you one more. There it is. Well done. And again, what we want to do, we also want to rotate a little bit and then go up below the ball, up away from our body. Well done. Now let's talk about our backhand. Very similarly, the only difference is, Javier, I'm going to give you this ball. Okay, whenever the ball is getting served to you on this side across your body, it's rather difficult to go with a a forehand swing. So you would have to go into a backhand swing. And you could notice that I already rotated, okay, with my foot back, okay, and then the rotation at my elbow went inside, okay. I have this inward rotation, and again, same technique, below the ball and up away from the body. Again, close to the body, below the ball, up away from the body. So let's practice a few. I want you to serve me a few balls here across my body. Ready, set, I'm ready. Okay, boop. Good. Maybe a little bit lower towards my waist. There it is. Well done. And again, I got this handshake. I'm on a ready position. Good. Then we go back out. Let's have you train a little bit as well. Good, Javier. So this is going to go across your body that way on the backhand. Good. And again, good. And can you try to swing, Javier? Okay, up and away. Okay, ready, set, and let's try it. There it is. One more time. Good. Great job. So now we're ready for what's called a dink rally. So cruise over, Javier. We're both going to go at the same time. Let's not forget our technical aspects of, pickleball. So again, nice athletic stance. Okay, we're shaking this paddle, good, with the flick of the wrist. And we're going to let the ball bounce. It's going to strike the wall, bounce back up. Good. And we're just going to practice our forehand strikes for now. Thank you for joining in, Javier. Good. And again, if we happen to miss hit it, it's okay to just pick it back up and then restart. And this is what's called a dink bounce rally. All right, Javier, and let's freeze a little bit. So, just like we did, we got to train that backhand as well. So we mentioned that when the ball goes across our body, right, we can use this backhand. That means that if I go to the wall and it goes across my body, I can afford to do the backhand. So if I want to train both, I just go across my body and then back in for my forehand, and then across my body, and I can practice my backhand. Across my body to my backhand. You want to try together, Javier? Let's try it. Ready, set, and again, nice ready position. Bounce, and let's go with our little dink rally. And again, we're using our backhand only when it goes across our body. Across our body requires a backhand. Well done, Javier. Great demonstration, man. Good stuff. And now on to more challenging pieces. When we started training this, we were giving each other a volley pass. So what is a volley pass? We're going to demonstrate back and forth, something that naturally occurs during the game. So you're just going to serve me a ball with your hand, back up, don't let it bounce. You're going to paddle it back to me. So let's just try so we can, for demonstration purposes. Ready, set, in. Good, well done. Across my body, see? And that's super challenging to do, so we're going to train today. And the most effective way to train this is against the wall again. This is called a volley rally. So again, here, we're looking to strike the ball against the wall, keep it up in the air. And again, if we happen to miss-hit a ball, that's more than okay. Okay, we can just reset. Across the body requires a backhanded strike. We gotta be up and ready. And let's freeze. The only difference with this activity is that it's more realistic, so you have to be ready and willing to move. A little bit more mobility, that means that when we were flexing our knees, we were really getting ready to move. Right now, this one's gonna challenge us to really be on our toes. And we sort of see how I'm moving. Good, and let's freeze, freeze, freeze. Good. So I'm looking to move at the same time that I'm playing. Let's try it one more time, Javier. Ready, set, and let's go. Constant movement on your feet. We can coordinate along with the cadence of our strikes. And again, if we want to train our backhand, we go across our body. Good. Good, and let's freeze. Well done, Javier. Good job. How confident do you feel now?
I feel really confident.
I know you're sweating a little bit. I'm going to give you some time to grab a little bit of water, and then we have our net ready so we can move on to play a little bit of pickleball. Thank you, Javier. Great job. Everybody, I appreciate your guys' time. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll catch you on the next one. Hi, good afternoon. This is Jorge Rojas with Kinesiology 404. Today we're going to be talking about Frisbee, specifically throwing that backhand as well as catching. We're going to be going over some catching techniques. I have my handy dandy assistant, Mr. Javier, okay, currently in 8th grade, and you know, the targeted population, so this works out perfect. So the first thing we're going to do, Javier, we're just going to pass it back and forth. We're going to go over our catch, so I want you to catch it this way. You can place it right next to you, okay? Okay, so you're going to be ready to catch, you know, flex at the knees, ready to go. Okay, flex at the knees on pogo, right? And when we catch, I want you to catch, okay, with this clap catch. So just go ahead and simulate it after me. So go on, demonstrate with me. Yep, just like that. And that's when the Frisbee's going right at your body. Nice little clap catch. So you're going to do the same thing. Okay, and again, it's when the body is completely behind the Frisbee. Okay, we just want to get behind it and we want to clap catch. Okay, now we're going to talk about how we're throwing it. So when I throw it, I want to go ahead and I want to do a closed fist grab. And I close my fist, I grab it, my thumb ends up at the top. Okay, how I'm going to do, I'm going to curl it in. I'm going to rotate my elbow in. And then I'm going to rotate it back out. Okay, I'm going to snap at the wrist at the same time that I'm extending at the elbow. Just like that. And remember, okay, we can use our clap catch. Go on. Okay, just for our starting, okay, our starting technique. Nice little clap. And again, what you want to do, again, you want to extend out and snap at the wrist. Sorry about that. Then we just move on. I'm ready to roll. A nice little clap catch. So what do we do when the Frisbee's out to the side? Javier, you want to pick yours up? We're going to go over a catching technique called the seat technique. A lot of people like to use, you know, a few little mnemonics, and a lot of people call it the crab catch because it looks like a crab clamp. So what you do, you go ahead and you catch it, okay, in the C position. Now before we do that, we're just going to practice, Javier. Okay, you're going to hold it like a steering wheel, good, top facing each other, okay, and you're going to snap at the wrist and you're going to bring it back up. And we're going to practice that C catch. Now, I want you to notice something, Javier. Where are you catching it? Towards the spin of the Frisbee, right? It's spinning this way. So we're catching it right there. What happens if we try to catch it on this side? Check it out. Boom, it's going to bump out exactly. And it's going to bump, and we're not going to really be able to catch it. So Javier, when we're throwing it back and forth, okay, if we want to transfer this information, okay, if you're throwing the Frisbee at me, go ahead, I should be catching it with the seat on the outside, because if I throw it, okay, it's spinning on the outside. You should be catching it on the outside with your seat, okay, on the side that's spinning right there. And then when you're going to throw it at me, again, if you throw it at me, okay, I'm going to catch it on the outside right there. And it shouldn't bump out. Let's try it a few times. Ready, Javier? Athletic stance, ready to roll. Boop. There it is. Then I'm going to try it too. And again, this is when, you know, an activity requires for you to move a little bit more. There's some activities like Ultimate Frisbee that don't allow you for a two-hand catch. So you got to catch with this C catch right there. There you go. Make sure you catch it on the outside so it doesn't bump out, just like that. Okay, well done. And then on top of that, Javier, if it's up here, you can immediately go with this right hand or with this left hand. But when it's low below your waist, you can always go here and here on an inverted process. So I'm going to go low on purpose. There you go. Good try. Let's just keep practicing. Good. There it is. Other side. Well done. Okay, try this side. Down here. There it is. One more. Well done. And again, if it's just close to the body because we're just passing back and forth, we can always go boop on this clap catch. Javier, thank you very much for helping me demonstrate. Class, I appreciate your guys' time. Thank you for tuning in. We'll catch you on the next. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is Jorge Rojas with Kinesiology 404 at Cal Baptist University. Today we're going to be talking about ball handling when it comes to basketball. I have my handy dandy assistant, okay, our student demonstrator from 8th grade, Javier. He's going to go ahead and work with me on how to demonstrate how to practice our ball handling skills. So the first thing we're going to do, Javier, we're going to walk a little bit, okay, and we're going to do the following. Ready? We're going to smack the ball, okay? We're just going to smack. I want you to walk and I want you to move, okay? I want you to get a feel of the center of this ball. Again, just smack it. Good. And then the next up, we're going to use our fingers and we're going to do some finger taps. Try to get this above your chest, right eye level, okay? Get the feel with your fingertips on the contour of this ball. There it is. Okay, and then let's start dribbling a little bit, I want you to bounce the ball with your right hand. Okay, you can switch whatever direction you want. I want you to try to take a step as you bounce. Try it with your left hand. Good. Get the feel, again, of the contour of the ball. And what I'm doing here, Javier, I want you to freeze a little bit. Okay, all I'm doing is I'm flexing and I'm extending right at the elbow as I'm pushing down, and I'm using the same technique of my fingertips, okay, right on the palm, just like as I was when I was, smacking that ball. And you can feel it out if you want, especially with that non-dominant hand. Really push it down, really smack it into the ground, have it come back up. There you go. And Javier, I want you to look over at me really quick. Okay, now we're gonna do some wraparounds. We're gonna start with the body right above the waist, right at the belly button. I want you to move, practice that coordination. If it happens to fall, don't be too concerned. Just pick it back up and move. Well done. And now we're gonna become a little bit more static. Now we're gonna stop a little bit. We're gonna put our feet together just like this. We're gonna bend at the waist, and we're gonna try to do the same thing, some wraparounds. There you go. And then Javier, when I say switch, okay, we're gonna switch directions. Ready? 1, 2, 3, switch. 1, 2, 3, switch. There you go. 1, 2, 3, switch. And just like you did, thank you, just reset, bounce it a few times if you gotta bounce it, and then let's reset again. Gonna pop back up. Let's bounce it so we can feel it out. Good, now we're gonna go into a nice athletic stance. Okay, our legs are gonna be about shoulder length apart, a little bit wider. We're gonna flex at the knees. We're gonna do some butterflies. So butterflies work like this. We're gonna bring the ball in between our legs, behind to our other hand, and then in between the other way. Just like this. There's a small lean, small little flex on my hip. If you look at my knees, Javier, I'm flexing my knees a little bit more as the ball's making the way around the back of my leg. There you go. And now what I want you to see, Javier, let's freeze. Go. You can bounce it if you want. This is what I want you to do. Now, in that same technique, we're gonna use our left hand to start off, put it behind our knee. Good. And we're gonna touch the ball, right? We're gonna let it bounce just lightly, just let it bounce and catch it. Okay, on my go, Javier, look at me, head up. We're gonna try to switch it to the other side. Okay, same handling skills. Good. Now when I say switch, you're gonna switch. Ready? So let's bounce it. Ready, set, and switch. Ready, set, and switch. Ready, set, and switch. All right, good job, Javier. Now let's freeze it really quick. Now we're gonna do it. Okay, look at me. Now we're gonna do it every other bounce. Switch, bounce, bounce, switch, bounce, switch, bounce, switch, bounce, switch, bounce, switch, bounce, switch. Try it out. Well done. Good job, Javier. Love it. Good stuff. Again, bounce, switch, bounce, switch, bounce, switch, bounce, switch. Now I'm gonna challenge you a little bit, Javier. Let's freeze a little bit. Now we're gonna do this, okay? Look at me. And we're gonna switch without bouncing the ball. Without bouncing the ball. Bouncing the ball. No bounce. No bounce. No bounce. There you go. And again, going back to that first handling skills, you can smack it to feel it nice and tight. Use the nice fingertip. Feel that you were doing well done. Great job. Good. And there you have it, folks. So this is the ball handling skills that you can use in basketball, and you can immediately start combining, okay, as you dribble and you move on with the sport. Thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate your time. We'll catch you next time.